Welcome back to the Boat Boss. We have a special guest and a special edition. As you know, we have a hot topic going on right now in the marine industry, and that is the luxury tax, the proposed luxury tax that is in Canada right now. We have Bill Yeargin, CEO of Correct Craft, and one of my favorite authors, the latest book that I've read, Education of a CEO. This guy is awesome. He's been in the business for way too many decades. Doesn't look it though. Bill, welcome.
Thank you.
To Boat Boss.
Thank you, Kim. It's always a pleasure to be with you, and happy to talk this morning about this important issue.
Well, I actually was reading this morning about the University of Calgary had actually come up with a study that said that this proposed tax will not raise a lot of money, but the most impact will be in the middle class. That's where we're seeing it. So I want you to basically give us an update on what you're doing. You are an NMMA, which is the National Marine Manufacturers Association. You are on their board, have been for quite some time. So tell us about it. What is going on? What efforts are you doing?
Well, the NMMA and Sarah Angel up in Canada is leading the fight, is really doing a great job trying to create awareness around this, Kim. There's history with luxury taxes. And a lot of times politicians, they see what they believe are perceived inequities and social conditions or tax fairness. And so they try to fix it by tax the rich. So we're gonna tax the rich and try to fix this. But there's history with this. And a number of countries, have tried to do the same thing, Kim, and every single time it fails. In the United States, we tried this in the early 90s.
Sure.
It was in effect for about a year and a half. Thousands of jobs were lost. And it actually created a deficit for the federal government because of the sales that were lost. And so it was repealed pretty quickly. Other countries, New Zealand, Italy, Norway, Spain, Turkey, they've all tried the same thing. Within a year or two, they've repealed it. So it'd be nice if we could learn our lessons from the past, right? And not have to do this. And not do this because it hurt the people that it hurts are not the rich, because the rich, while they can afford the tax, they can afford the extra 10%. It's just a principle thing, right? They don't want to pay it. So they don't buy the boat. And then who gets hurt? The person that gets hurt is the guy or gal who's building the boat. Yes, they lose their jobs. There's nothing to do. So there's a long track record of this. We know exactly how it plays out. We know exactly what happens. But unfortunately, sometimes politicians see the rich as an easy target to target.
Yeah, as I stated on my show yesterday, this is a major statistic. People don't realize that if you purchase a boat for $500,000, the economic impact in your local community where that boat lives is $40,000. So you multiply that. That's only $500,000. You go up from there and you see the ripple effect. There was a book called The Great Ambition. I'm sure you've read it, right? One of the greatest books about the ripple effect and how, obviously, if the boat business is in trouble, how many lives are affected. So can you give us some more experience, like maybe some manufacturers that have gone through this and what happened to them?
Well, in the United States, I was young at the time, but in the early 90s, we went through the same exact thing. Over 25,000 jobs were lost in our industry. And for same exact thing, the US government put a 10% luxury tax. 25,000 jobs were lost. All the revenue that it was supposed to generate, none of it happened because the federal government actually lost revenue from the boating industry, because as the boating industry started having to lay people off, that impacted taxes. The taxes what the boating companies were paying, the taxes what the employees were paying. So it had a negative impact. I know at a number of companies, went to almost zero, employees. And the companies that had in our industry had 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 employees because people just out of principle weren't buying the boat. So, our message now is, and particularly in Canada, because Kim, the people that are going to get hurt the most by this are not the American manufacturers that are shipping boats into Canada. Sure, we'll lose the sales and we'll want, we'll miss the sales, but it's a strong global market right now. So there's other places to search for those sales. The people that are really going to be hurt by this are the Canadian dealers.
Absolutely.
Because if the dealers, don't have product to sell, if people don't want to buy their product because of the tax, that's going to have an impact on a lot of mom and pop businesses throughout Canada. So we're trying to create, through the NMMA and Sarah's efforts, we're trying to create a lot of visibility around this and trying to help everyone understand this has been done before. It's not like, we know exactly how it plays out. So
right. Well,
hopefully
in that study, in the study that I mentioned earlier, $90 million is what they're saying will be minimum of the economic impact just from the dealers alone, the decrease in revenue. That's massive, a massive amount of money.
Yes.
So tell us what are you guys doing? Can we help out in any way? We want to join your cause.
Yeah. Well, I think, sending anyone who has any influence with any Canadian legislators, to try to use that influence, do exactly what you're doing, Kim, and just create awareness, because you never know who's going to see, one of these interviews and is going to say, hey, that makes no sense, and get it to the right people. And I know that MMA team in Canada, I know you're going to, have Sarah on here, and I'm sure she'll be happy to talk to you about this too. Work with them, see how what they can do, what you can do to help support them in their efforts, and just keep doing what you're doing. Just really the key is awareness, in my opinion, because if we can create enough awareness, it's a no-brainer. I mean, I hate to put it that simple, but it really is. We know this doesn't work. We know this hurts working people. It has no impact at all on the rich, but it hurts working people. So we can keep getting that word out, Kim. I think, the people in Parliament and the Canadian governance they're smart people. We can create the awareness around it. They'll realize, hey, this doesn't make any sense.
Well, they say history repeats itself, and it's obvious if it's never worked, we want that message out there to as many people, not just the politicians, but if you are listening to this on Bill's platform or my platform or anyone that's forwarded it, you must forward this on to as many people as you can. And let's get the word out that this luxury tax is going to be catastrophic to our industry, to the people, to the communities in Canada. So let's do our part. As Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see in the world, and let's get together. Let's get behind this. Hats off to the NMMA of America and of Canada, and you, Bill, and all the board members and Trade Only. And there's so many great people that are out there and organizations that are helping this cause. So thanks again, Bill, for all you're doing. And to all of our viewers, please join the cause and let's get behind this and let's prevent this from happening. Bill, I would only the best in 2022. Anything exciting coming down the way for you?
Oh, we've got a lot of stuff happening at our companies. We've got a lot of new innovations, new product. We've got some expansions going on. So it's all good stuff. We're very excited.
I'm sure you're making life better for everyone, right? That's your saying?
We're trying to, making life better. For everybody we come in contact. So always a pleasure to be with you, Kim. Thanks so much.
Always, always. All right, Bill, have a fantastic day. And again, thanks for all you're doing.
Thank you.
Take care.